Hey, this is Elan. I hope you're having a good day. And today I'm joined by Florence, who is about 7 weeks into my 8-week transformation program. How are you today, Florence?
I'm good, thank you, Elan.
Cool. I've been really looking forward to, doing today's video interview and having a quick chat with you because it's been really cool for me to see, all the results that you've got over the last few weeks. And yeah, it's been just really excited to have a quick chat today. So I was just wondering, what is your profession?
So I changed jobs in April, and I am a head teacher in a primary school.
Cool. And I was wondering, why were you struggling before starting my 8-week transformation program?
I was struggling before I started your 8-week program, mainly because I suppose work dominated my life. But I also, if I'm being really, really honest with myself, I think it was down to my expectations with weight.
Mhm.
And I really feel that was down to the fact that I felt that I was overweight and I was constantly on the scales, and I was on the scales every single day. And what I was really doing was I was affirming my own beliefs that I was hopeless at losing weight. And it really was soul destroying. But because I was doing that, I wasn't actually improving myself. I was just affirming my own negative thoughts. And as I have said to you, Elan, it was really down to the fact that my mother took the coma, and the consultant had said that when I reached 40, because of the shape of my own eyes, I'd be more susceptible to getting it. So I need to be very careful with my own weight and my BMI. And when I spoke to you and you explained to me that some of my weight would be down to the muscles that I have gained through my fitness, that was a real game changer for me. That was one of the first things that really shifted my mindset away from weighing myself every day.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely. It's very easy for it to become obsessive and unhealthy habits. So it's been great to be able to just throw away the scales, literally.
Yes. And I feel a much better woman for it. So thank you.
That's amazing. And I was wondering, what were you struggling with before, like, starting my program?
Um, Before I started your program, one of the main things that I was struggling with was sleep. I think when I looked at it, if I was sleeping about 2 hours per night, that was a good night for me. And I had convinced myself that I was perimenopausal, and because of the sleep and the lack of sleep that I had. And that in itself then obviously gave me a low mood, a low energy, and I wasn't fit to establish the things that I had wanted to do in my own life. And it was mainly down to that sleep deprivation.
Hmm.
I would have been quite disciplined in terms of my fitness, because running is a big part of my life, as you know. But running didn't make me successful in losing the weight that I had wanted. Over the last number of years, I had developed a lovely muffin top on the top of my trousers, and I really despised looking at my stomach, never mind anything else. And for me, it was the weight, struggling with the weight change, but also the sleep.
Hmm. Cool. Thank you for sharing that. And I was wondering, what were you maybe skeptical of before investing in the 8 weeks?
You're gonna really not be very pleasant with me after I've been honest with you. I was very, very I was very skeptical at how a young man like yourself would be able to transform a woman in her mid-40s who felt that she was perimenopausal. And I thought, what are you going to do? How are you going to magic me to suddenly sleep every night? How are you going to change my fitness? Mainly because I had felt that I was fit. I was exercising 4 or 5 times a week. And so therefore I thought, well, I've done the diets before. I am exercising. What more could you give me that would change me? And totally proved wrong. So thank you for that, Ita.
Yeah, that's good to hear. I look even younger today because I shaved only a couple hours ago.
Oh dear.
That's cool to hear, and I'm so delighted that you've been able to get such great results. And that leads me into my next question. So I was wondering, what was like your first big breakthrough from the program that you were really happy about?
So when I started the program, one of the things that we discussed obviously was sleep, and within the first 2 days, my sleep dramatically changed, and I am honestly sleeping 7 to 8 hours per night, and it's not a disruptive sleep. I'm sleeping constantly, and that has just given me more energy, more motivation, and I feel younger. I feel that yeah, life's good at the moment, and it's all down to sleep. So thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we essentially only made some simple changes with some different supplements and some habit changes, and then literally, as you said, within 2 days, you went from 2 or 3 hours per night up to 7 or 8, and it's been fairly consistent like that over the last like 7 weeks, hasn't it? Like in terms of how many hours you've been getting, which is amazing. So
the only time I'm not getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep is because I'm not going to bed early enough and have to get up in the morning for work. So that's my choice as such. But prior to that, it was really me going to bed, trying to sleep, tossing and turning up several hours, just trying to sleep, and just wasn't. So it's massive change. So thank you.
You're welcome. I was wondering, what have been some of your specific results from the last 7 weeks?
So in addition to the sleeping, because that was a massive change and a massive transformation, I dropped a dress size from size 10 down to a size 8 in just over the 4 weeks. And that was fantastic. I felt brilliant. You had asked me to measure myself with my clothes. And so the first item that I could fit into was a blouse that my bust had grown, and very quickly the bust had decreased in size, and I was able to get into the blouse very easily. The second thing then was a pair of jeans. I felt fantastic when I could get into them. And the third, even though it was September, I was able to get into a pair of shorts and felt delighted with myself again, that I was back to the weight that I felt I had been before. And each week I could see more and more clothes in my wardrobe that I could find and that I could try on and feel good in. And my body confidence had greatly changed because I began to, well, I noticed the changes, but other people would notice the changes as well. And I really felt good about myself because the changes have been made. As you know, I love to run, and I have ran for the last 4 years. I've ran a number of marathons, and one of the things that I would like to do is run a marathon in under 4 hours. I know that's maybe not an achievement for other people, but for me it is, or has been, an achievement. And thanks to your tips on how to strengthen myself and improve my runs, I can see myself become a stronger runner, but I also can, I have improved. I mean, I've ran my fastest mile ever in 8 minutes 15. I ran my fastest 10K, my fastest 10 miler. And then on Saturday, I ran my last long miles before Dublin Virtual, 23 miles in 3 hours, 29 minutes. So I'm on target, and I'm hoping that, you know, I will achieve that goal. But even if I don't, I'm really happy with myself because I feel strong. And that is the first time that I have, when I run that length of miles, when I run 26 miles, you need to feel strong. But I'm exhausted by the end of the day, whereas now that doesn't happen, you know. So that has been fantastic. So thank you.
Amazing. So many wins to celebrate and be proud of. So yeah, it's really cool to hear, and thanks so much.
Yeah. Sorry, Elan, I should also say that, you know, my body shape has changed, and I've talked before about my muffin, my belly muffin top as such, just over the trousers. And in the last couple of weeks, I can see a massive change there. And I know that over time, that, well, it has started to change, but it's going to change even more. And when I look at myself in the mirror, it's the first time in a long time where I don't despise the look of my stomach. And I didn't think that that would be possible when you have had 3 children and your stomach's been like that for 20 odd years. You honestly think that, okay, well, that's just something that you have to accept. But for my body change to have changed to such an extent within a short period of time as well, it has been a massive game changer for me, and I really appreciate that. So thank you.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I'm sure, like, if there's any ladies who are watching this who, have kids and they're in that in that specific circumstance like that you were, they'll be able to, take some motivation away from that as well. Because it's one thing me saying that you can get a result, but then to be able to confirm that and actually do it in real life is amazing. So yeah, brilliant. And then last thing for today, I was wondering, who would you recommend the 8-week program for?
Anyone who is not happy with their lifestyle or their choices in terms of how they look, I would thoroughly recommend this 8-week program to them. Anyone in their mid-40s who thinks that they are perimenopausal, you may not be. I had been to a number of GPs and a number of herbal specialists to try and get myself to sleep and try and sort myself out, and was extremely unsuccessful. And for you to come along and sort me out within a half an hour slot, was absolutely amazing. And I just feel that you understood me, you understood a woman's body, and I think that anybody in that situation who is struggling and wants to improve themselves and wants to make themselves feel a wee bit better, this is definitely the right program for them.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Florence. I really appreciate it. And it was great to chat today. And I look forward to continue to work with you and seeing all the amazing results you're going to get. So
absolutely.